Good morning, everybody. Hope your evening went well. We have one more day of 90-degree plus temperatures, and we're supposed to get down to the mid-80s and a cool down that is forecast to bring a couple of days worth of moisture to us in the form of storms, of course. It is that time of year. We get our moisture from frontal passage right here. We don't get the slow, static stationary fronts that provide a couple, 3 days of rain. It comes in one fell swoop with high winds, and at the right time of year, tornadoes. The tornado season has really missed Kansas this year, and the reason for that is that we had a very, very dry winter. There's no moisture in western Kansas, and it takes moisture to kick off these great big storms. West of us, it's not there, so the tornado belt has been so far east, south, and north of us, but because of the drought, there's a big hole here in Kansas and Oklahoma and western Nebraska. So we need the moisture. Not a lot going on overnight. The biggest international news is that Thailand's military has taken over the country again. Things are getting pretty bad. That's pretty standard fare in Thailand, military coups goes on. You don't read a lot about whose time it is to steal in these military coups in Thailand. I think it's just kind of the backup government, kind of like what they used to have in Turkey, that kept the civilians in check. Russia, Ukraine's pretty quiet. Big terrorist attack in western China with, I believe, 30-plus people killed and 90 or so injured. And again, China and Russia have a strike first, kill everybody in sight philosophy towards terrorists, and even they are not immune to these attacks. In fact, over time, that type of policy, which doesn't address the needs of the terrorists, whatever they might be, actually creates more of them. And the two prime examples of that is Russia turning tail and running in Afghanistan, and then again in Chechnya. So, and the Russian capital is subject to terrorist attacks on a regular basis. So it's a tough issue. When people fight for religion, it becomes even tougher. So that's where we find ourselves. There's not a lot of news to drive news, in fact, that can change the market. We do have news today, finally, that could stir things up. But I think the biggest things going on in the financials is going to be option expiration. And 125.5, damn it. To 126 is the point for the 10-year. And we left last night wanting to sell a failure to take out I believe it was 28. Yeah, 28 to the buck. The overnight session high was 28, and it came before the Asian session opened. So the call for last night's trade was just fine. We wanted to buy 17s to 21s, the low is 18, so we caught both sides of the market. I think that's probably what we're going to face again today, so we'll get started wanting to sell 27s to 31s. And then 3 to 7. I can't, only a meltdown in the E-mini can take us up to that 3 to 7 level, and the market makers are going to be defending 126 even. On the buy side, we're at 23. The overnight session low is 18. We've got pretty good support at 16 to 20. So we'll make 16 to 20 our buy zone, followed by 9 to 13. Okay, jobless claims, looking for 310. I've seen 305 to 315, so pretty easy to average that. Flash PMI, I've seen 55.5. Counter days carrying 55.9. Existing home sales, I've seen 4.69 to 4.71. So we'll make it plus 4.7. LEI plus 0.4. Natural gas inventories. Plus 104. And KC Fed at 7. Think the news prioritized be 1, jobless claims, 2, existing home sales, maybe 3, PMI. Flash PMI markets numbers, they're reported monthly. They do create some reactions overseas. I rarely see them play here. So jobless claims, existing home sales are where I see the news focus. And the E-minis reaction to that will probably tell the tale of today's tape. But option expiration should freeze the market between 125.16 and 126 even. Can go over that and beneath those two numbers, but we shouldn't stay there for long. Okay, the knob spread widened slightly. We're back over 11 this morning. We were below 11 as we closed last night. The June contract is the hedging contract. It'll move to the September contract. Options will trade July. No need to worry about not having something to trade next month. But the portfolio insurance, portfolio hedging is done in the June, December, and March contract and options. So this is a big play. There's a lot of stuff to work out. We'll see big drops in open interest today, and then tomorrow open interest will fall to 0. Okay, the knob spread's a little stronger. Yesterday's last rotate up was 137 even. We're at 23. We'll make 27 to 31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. On the buy side, I like 17 to 13. And then 5 to 9. Yesterday, our number 2 buy area held. Had more action in the 10-year. And then our sell zone yesterday was 24 to 28. And we've got an overnight session high of 27. So got our number 2 buy point and our number 1 sell point in the bond, and there's extra volatility there, and so we have a much better chance of reaching our number 2 levels in this contract than we do in the note. Gold held last night, came off of its lows. Its high volume area in the 89.90 area was where support was. So we have pretty good support at 90. We left yesterday wanting to buy 85 to 87, did not get close to it. This volume held. So again, you can see that there's pretty good buying below 80 in this 85 area. And then it jumps up to 90. So we got really, really good support, 85 to 90. And resistance starts at 5. and runs all the way up to 17. So we're just kind of moving sideways here, not doing a heck of a lot. I think we're going to get stops above 1300, so we'll make 99 to 01, sell 1. Then we'll make 4 to 6, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll have 90, 92, buy 1. 85, 87, buy 2. The news will be split this morning. Jobless claims, if it comes in as forecast, a negative for gold, and existing home sales probably a small winner for gold. That has been coming down. Normally you'd expect existing home sales in around 5 million, but it's been coming down regularly. As the housing market contracts. It's not due to interest rates because sometimes it's due to interest rates because they move up, take people out of the market, but it's due to lack of jobs. 20% of our households, neither parent is working. Disability. People have to live somehow, so they find a way to get on disability, and our legal profession is really good at helping them do that, whether they have disabilities or not. Government doesn't fight or squawk because those people become dependent upon the government. We need jobs so people can buy houses and buy cars and the rest of it. Walmart traffic down. Middle class is getting hurt in all of this. So it's tenuous times for a great deal of the country. Okay, we have pretty good resistance starting at 50. You can see it in the structure. We've got some volume here, basically at 104. These single prints are significant. If they hold, this market's probably headed for stops above 105. The coup in Thailand would stop some people from selling. So again, the seller in crude are the producers, and they take advantage of these prices, and they don't have to. Sell futures either. Most of it's done in the cash market. The NYMEX, everything around the globe is priced on NYMEX closes, and there's people out there for 1 or 2 cents will price the crude on the NYMEX close, so you don't have any risk as a producer, and that's really very helpful for producers out there. So you don't necessarily see producers selling into this. So I think the spec seller has left the market, and that's why it's easy to trade higher. And with China's foray into the South China Sea, looks like the Ukraine is quieting down, perhaps Thailand right now. Just adds enough uncertainty that we don't see sellers. So our first buy is going to be in this 50 to 75 area. Let them get stops beneath that. And then 103 even, 103.25 for buy 2. Resistance is at 104 right now to 104 and a quarter, so it doesn't take a rocket surgeon to figure out sell 1 is going to be against resistance. They take it out or they don't. Then 104.50 to 75 will be sell 2. And there you have it for crude. Okay, to the euro. And to wonder what Draghi's going to say next to talk this baby down. Got a buyer below 136.50. You can see we are rejecting prices below 36.50. And we left yesterday's market wanting to sell 85 to 95. I just caught the lower end of it, so don't see anything wrong with that. That is resistance. Make it 10 to 20 for the second sell. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 64, so we'll make 50-60 buy one. And then 25-35 buy two. Got a buyer below 650. Got a seller definitely above 37.25. So we got a fairly tight trading range. And again, for those of you that can trade the overnight markets, these markets trade technically. It's a professional trading community. It really offers, if you're patient, the markets usually don't explode, but it really offers you a lot of opportunity to keep your damn hands off the mouse. Not be filled with doubt. Go take a nap when you put those trades on. Okay, the E-mini, we made it to 90. And let's go back and take a look at the F1 screen. Strong market. It is trading higher. All it takes for this market to trade higher is high frequency trading, buying upticks, and they can game the system. So we're at the top of the trading range, and things always look really bright at the top of the trading range, and it's hard to sell at the top of a trading range. But you can see right here at this 90 area, followed by 96, is where resistance is, and resistance so far has been tested and held. And you can see down on the bottom side that 60 is where support is, and we've been getting higher lows off of that. So we left yesterday's market with a bias to the buy side. We thought we could go higher. We had a sell failure to take out 91, 88 to 91, and then the next sell was 98 and a quarter, and we have an overnight session high of 90.50, I believe. Right now we're at 85. Our buy last night was 83 to 85. So we caught both edges of the market in the overnight session. And again, trading the overnight session, if you can keep your hands off the mouse and if you have a great deal of patience, is very rewarding because it trades technically. The professional trading community knows where support and resistance are. They don't expect market-shattering news except from the Bank of Japan and the Bank of China overnight, or the European Central Bank, and they know when they're going to make their announcements. And like I said, if you can keep your hand off the mouse, you can do very well. And for those of us in the United States, we can keep our hand off the mouse by sleeping. So right here we are. We've got resistance at 88 to 90. So we'll make our sell 89. I mean, there's no magic here. It's resistance. That's sell one. They take it out, we're wrong. The bias is to the upside, and we'll make 94, 96, sell two. The buy is a little tricky. We've got volume at 81 over here in a couple of spots. So volume most recent in the market's memory. Big volume is at 81. We have the overnight volume at 84. We're filling in volume here, so it's likely that we're going to have buying right below 85 to get started. It's a very aggressive buy. And then 81 to 79 for buy two. I like the buy two a lot better than I do buy one, as you would suspect. That's all I have. It'll take at least 20 minutes to get everything up. Got some work to do. I'll see y'all as soon as I can. In the meantime, good trading.